Hello, everyone, and welcome to At Odds with the Unbreakable Spirit.
And the Executioner, Daniel Travis.
I am Matthew Smith, aka the Unbreakable Spirit. This is episode number 229. I said the wrong number last week, so I'm correcting it this week.
What is the topic?
The topic, since we're doing pop culture, is how we think the Bat Family should be done in James Gunn's DC Cinematic Universe.
Yes.
30 minutes on the
Okay.
timer. Let's get started. We gotta start off
Let's.
with Batman.
Yes. The first and most obvious choice is Batman. Now, since James Gunn has said that, hey, this is a version of Batman that has been doing this shit for like 20 plus years, depending on when he started, that this version is just jumping all the way to Damian Wayne's time is.
Yeah.
You need this. You need this version of Batman. Look, if he has the comic book white eyes, great, cool. But you need when he has that Batman suit on to feel like what's the word I'm looking for? Like Gotham is being protected by what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, yeah. A force of nature, something that's not a
Yeah.
man. Don't make him
So they're
seem like
going
a.
back to Batman being a myth, basically.
Well, I mean,
Which would not be accurate for that time period, might I add.
well, okay, you're right, but I mean, like, make it like not just that, I'm sorry, to clarify what I mean is like, make him like, yes, not be a myth, but make him a lot more, I think the better word to describe is more intimidating.
Yeah.
What do you think James Gunn needs to
I
do for Batman?
Okay, for Batman, yes, make him intimidating. Yes, make him feared. Make it known by criminals that he is not someone to mess with. But he also needs to be someone that the people can trust,
The civilians.
despite how weird that sounds.
To clarify is civilians, yes, trust the civilians. But to be
Yeah,
absolutely terrifying by the criminals. And I also think that I think Batman needs to have, whether it be a disguised voice or something that makes him sound when he talks and be like, when he talks, you shut up, you listen.
yeah.
Now,
And now, we can't talk about one side of the metaphorical coin without talking about the other.
yeah, the billionaire playboy now for a
I'm gonna
man.
get this way out of the way right now. How Bruce Wayne should be portrayed, not how Robert Pattinson does it.
Agreed. We want the flamboyant, charming, egotistical, be like, the man that is, be like, that's Batman? When I want to look on screen, I want to be like, yeah, that's Bruce Wayne. That's not Batman. That's not the man that spent 2 hours.
Yeah, Bruce Wayne needs to be a party boy who has a supermodel or on his arm
Or
pretty much
super,
24/7.
or supermodels.
Or models, unless it's Selena Kyle, he only needs one baddie.
Okay, for Bruce Wayne, I want him to have this, look, and this might be kind of a weird expression to say, but you need Bruce Wayne and Batman to have two different kinds of auras.
Yeah,
You need, like, I need Bruce Wayne to be the kind of guy that goes around driving luxury cars, going out buying yachts, buying restaurants, buying hotels, doing stuff that is the opposite of Batman. Well,
yeah,
Batman is just an intimidating dude. That's it.
yep.
You see him at all the criminals.
I think the best way to describe the Bruce Wayne that we want is Christian Bale from the Nolan trilogy.
Yes, the first two movies, not the third one.
Yeah, not the one where he just told every random Joe Schmo that he's Batman.
No. Okay. Now for look, for Batman, how he is with the Bat family is I want Bruce to be the kind of guy to be like this caring father figure or father, depending if it for Damien and all that. But
Yeah,
the moment he puts that cowl on his head or helmet, depending on how you do it, I want him to be less father, more commander, more like
yeah,
a general on the field.
yeah. And someone that's not afraid of getting his hands dirty.
What do you mean by that?
He's not afraid to beat the crap out of someone if they deserve it.
Yeah, I want a Batman that is willing to be like, if Batman knows for a fact that that criminal has some information, what he needs, I want this Batman to be willing to torture a criminal to be like, tell me what I want to know, or this is gonna get ugly.
If you don't, you'll be having your food through a straw and or
Yeah,
feeding peg if you lose your ability to swallow.
yeah, your choice.
Yeah,
Basically, if I could describe it as opposite of Superman. Make him the kind of guy that he's willing to do things that this version of Superman, the David Cornswood Superman, is not willing to do.
yeah. All right, we got a lot of other members to do, so why don't we just do Batman, the Robin, and the Batgirls, and then call it for this episode?
Well, first, there's one other person we gotta talk about. Alfred,
Pennyworth?
of course.
Assuming that Alfred is going to be in the DCU, since we know in the next issue of Batman they are introducing a new butler.
That's a fair point. Okay. If
Check the
Alfred
previous episode to see our opinions on that.
Yeah, but now if Alfred Pennyworth is the butler, you need an older, more experienced man, but you need Alfred to be the kind of guy that is, you know, a man that is just desensitized to just basically everything. But a
Yes,
man
Master Wayne, I can hear you terrorizing the criminals that got them through my headset set.
Yeah, but you also need a version of Alfred that can, yes, fix Bruce Wayne up, but also a version of Alfred that, if he needs to, is willing to use a shotgun.
Yeah, but you also need an Alfred who cares for the other members of the Bat family. Like,
Okay,
he
now,
cares for Dick, he cares for Jason, he cares for Tim. You get the gist.
yes, okay, now let's talk about Gordon. It doesn't really matter what you do for Gordon.
He's the GCPD commissioner. He's a stern, disgruntled veteran cop. What more do you need to know?
Make him a cop that's just be like, he's seen so much stuff in Gotham that he's just like,
But still
okay.
have him get jump scared by Batman at the bat signal. Never have
Okay.
that change.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's start with the first Robin. The
You
man that
need to
kind
make him, as weird as this is going to sound, you need to make it his personality essentially Bruce Wayne's when he's on the field.
well, it also depends on how, on also depends on what Dick Grayson's Robin suit looks like when he was Robin.
Well, that is true. I wouldn't be surprised if it's very similar to the Titans one, but you need to make Dick Grayson serious and Nightwing a little more flamboyant, theatrical sort of thing.
Yeah, yes, you could have Dick Grayson be one of the very few people that understand, that has a very good or complicated relationship with Bruce. A man who understands Bruce probably better than anybody on the Bat family. Like, let's be real. Only other person that knows him better is Alfred.
Yeah, but also make Dick realize the weight that's on his shoulders since he knows one day he's gonna have to not only wear the cape and cowl, but potentially lead the Justice League.
Or whatever yeah. But you need Dick Grayson to be the kind of guy where it's just like whether he since he's been Nightwing for I don't know how many years, but he understands the amount of dangerous, essentially the danger you're walking in, anybody in the Bat family is walking into better than anybody.
Yeah.
He needs to be the kind of guy to be like, you really want to do this? Because I've done it. Also, you need Dick to be, and I gotta say this real quick. Yes, you can have Dick Grayson be a very flamboyant, very charming, but you also need Dick Grayson, the kind of dude that'd be like, that can knows, okay, I need to take this situation. I need to get
Yeah,
locked in.
yeah. He needs to be a little bit strategic, but that doesn't
Yeah.
mean he can't crack jokes at the thugs he's causing brain damage to.
Yes. Yeah. Have him be a BS. You could have. But also, like, okay, now let's talk about when he is in civilian mode.
I think that version of Dick needs to be a little bit more serious, depending on what his day job is, to be precise.
Yes, and that raises the bigger question, does he live in Bloodhaven? Is he a cop? How long has he been a cop?
Or does he
Was
work at a cop bar? If so, why? Or does he work at Blockbuster's casino? Like, we need answers to those.
or also, does he live by himself? Does he live with Barbara? Does he live with Starfire?
Currently, currently in comics, he's living with neither because Barbara's arrested.
Right. Okay. Moving on to number dos.
Uh huh.
Okay. Here's what you look. Okay, you can make Jason Todd one of the you gotta make Jason Todd one of the most complicated mother truckers.
Yeah, it really boils down to which origin story we are going for Jason. Is it the pre-crisis one where it's copy pasted Dick Grayson, except his
But
parents didn't fall to their death, they got killed by killer crap?
yes, and
Or is
it's
it the
and it's
post-crisis origin where he was a street rat who stole the tires off the Batmobile?
and also it is entirely Dick Grayson and Bruce Wayne's fault.
Yeah,
Because they're like, "Hey, we need your help." And they're like, "Okay." Because they accidentally found out who they were. Like, "Okay, we'll help you." Couple minutes later. But
yeah. So is it pre-crisis or post-crisis? Because
and
it'll depend based on which origin.
but also like let's say
I
if it's
would go personally the more popular version, which is post-crisis.
yeah, make
And I
Jason
realize popular is not the right word because
unpopular.
people hated Jason.
Yeah. Look, now for Jason, make him one of the most popular, make him one of the most not popular characters, make him one of the more like complex
More
dudes.
arrogant.
Yeah, make him like, the kind of dude that is just like during like, how long was he robbing? Was he always like, did he have a very good relationship or was it a very, like, what did he have like, what was his relationship to Batman? Because when he is Robin, make him the most egotistical, arrogant son of a.
So you're saying make him the current Walters from Titan.
Yes, just crank the arrogance,
Also
crank
make him
this,
have anger management issues.
and also make Jason Todd be the one Robin that will curse out anybody.
Yeah.
Like, make it
And when
like,
he's Red Hood, I'd actually make him be a little more mysterious, but still have that hot-headed temper.
yeah. Now, for when he's in civilian mode, make him the kind of guy that is always, that's always trying to step up and prove himself to Jack and Bruce's, the
Yeah.
reputation that those two had. And then, did Jason die by the Joker in this universe?
Yeah, probably.
Probably, yeah.
We
And
might
that
want to
is
speed run this. We got like 12 minutes left.
okay. And also, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy?
Or anti-hero.
Okay, moving on. Robin number
Timothy
3.
Jackson Drake.
What do
Make
you think?
him the smartest Robin, but also like a miniature Batman.
Yeah, and make Tim Drake the kind of guy that is just, well, yes, he is excellent with the bow staff. Make him the kind of Robin that is just when, he doesn't need it all the time.
Yeah, as for civilian identity, I would do a little bit more of a serious version of Bruce Wayne since Tim is the legal heir to Wayne Enterprise.
Okay, what about the third and final Robin?
Fourth,
The fourth Robin.
for
What
the
I
record, people, we do not count Stephanie Brown. It's the
no,
boy wonder, not the broken-hearted girlfriend wonder.
no.
Make Damien a little bloodthirsty at first, I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, make him a bit more, make him like a more edgier, like the kind, make him the guy in the Bad Family that no matter how, because it depends with Damien. How long has he been a member of the Bad Family? Is he just
Yeah,
starting out?
if he's just getting introduced, make him entitled.
Yeah.
The best way I can describe it is make his entitlement to the level of a male Karen.
Hmm. Yeah. Make him the kind of guy that is just like, but also like, make him also have some valid points. He's like, to his argument. It's not just like, it's
Yeah,
not just
make him
Eric.
try to steal the rights to Wayne Enterprise from Tim Drake by arguing, I'm the blood son. And the board just being like, kid, you're 10.
Okay. When he's Robin, make him, like I said, arrogant, aggressive, also, holding a sword.
That Batman will constantly have to take away from him.
And also, okay, what about when he is a civilian? Oh yeah. By the way, when it comes to civilian Damian Wayne, go absolutely. I want to
Stuck
know
up,
what.
entitled, rich kid.
Yes, and also when it comes to Damian, what kind of pets does he have? Which from his pets are you using?
I would say for now he only has Goliath and Wiggles, but as the DCU continues, he gets more.
And by the way, if you're wondering who Wiggles is, he's an actual dragon.
If you're wondering who Goliath is, he's a bat dragon that debuted in Robin, Son of Batman comic.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's talk about the ladies.
Yeah. All right. Let's start off with Barbara Gordon because we're not doing Kathy and Betty.
Okay.
So, Babs, how should she be portrayed? The daughter of the GCPD commissioner. Now, this brings up another question: Batgirl or Oracle?
Yeah. Is she Batgirl or is she Oracle? And if she's like, how long
Or
was?
is she somehow managing both at the same time?
Yes, yes. And also, if she is, let's say she is an Oracle, like, how long was she? How long has she been Oracle? How long has she been Batgirl for? Did she debut in a very similar way to her comic book counterpart?
Or was it more along the lines of Batgirl Year One? Because she debuted in the 60s to coincide with the introduction of Batgirl in the 60s TV show.
Right.
So was it the $1 million debut of Batgirl sort of thing where no one knew, where Batman and Robin didn't know who she was for a good amount of time? Or was it more of the Batgirl Year One where Killer Moth crashed a costume party and Barbara just so happened to be dressed up in a homemade Batman costume?
And also, this is just another question is if Batman's been operating for like 20 plus years, what is the laws in Gotham City regarding vigilantes in this version of Gotham?
Yeah, I think now I'm not saying this would be a thing, and I think Travis knows what I'm talking about. I feel like Gotham would have a specific law where Batman and Jim need to be okay with the vigilante interacting. And yes, Travis, I am talking about our Bat
Yeah,
in the Belfry law.
yeah, okay. Okay, also that is, okay, and okay, when she is like in Batgirl, make her kind of be like, also like, of course, is Batwoman a thing? Batman's cousin.
Probably, but we will,
Not
if we have time, we'll cover her.
okay. When she is Batgirl, make her be the kind of person that Batman at first was like, "Hey, no, what the hell you doing?"
Yeah, but and also when she's Batgirl, once she's been accepted, like make her serious on the field, but also make her like flirt with Nightwing a little bit.
Yeah, okay. When she's in civilian mode, make her just Commissioner Gordon's daughter. That's really all. That's
Hmm.
it. Second one. Who's the next
Next
one?
one, Cassandra Cain.
Cassandra Cain. Okay.
Not the Birds of Prey version. That was not Cat.
Oh, make her the silent, deadly, no talkie or broken English, depending how you want to.
Very
If you,
broken English, considering when Cassandra was a child, she was taught to kill before she was taught to talk.
yeah, or make her not talk, but also make her make her one of the most deadliest fighters in the Bat family. Period.
Hmm.
I'm not when she is a civilian girl. Hell, if you would just want to make her like a mute when she is, or make
Well,
her do like
considering her cowl covers her entire face, even if her voice is just muffled, that would also be fine.
yeah, make her like the opposite. Make okay, make her
Or
be
do the Deadpool tactic where you film the scene twice, once without the mask on and once with the mask on.
okay, and the others. Okay, the next one is Stephanie Brown.
Definitely. Don't make her be a dumb blonde. I know she's blonde, but that doesn't mean she activates a protocol that requires matches Malone.
Yeah, don't ever do that.
Not a good idea. But
No,
this would be a. But Stephanie being in the DCU would be a chance to introduce a more obscure villain,
huh?
Cluemaster, her dad.
Yeah. How complicated is her relationship with her dad?
How complicated is her relationship with her mom?
Does her mom know that she is a vigilante? Or does neither of them have any idea?
Even though her codename spoiler is literally a bit on the nose.
Yeah. When she is when she is Stephanie, make her be a very charming. Okay, if you want to make her a dumb blonde, fine. Make her a dumb blonde as Stephanie.
Yeah, as Stephanie, that's fine. As spoiler, not.
Yeah.
Also, do not make her a teen mom in this universe. That was a thing in the comics, and the baby daddy essentially abandoned her, and Tim stepped up, even though she lost the baby.
No, she put the kid up for adoption. What other members of the Bat family? Okay, who's next?
But that's all the Batgirls. If we want to quickly run through Batwoman, we can.
Okay, Batwoman, make her sort of the, how to describe her? Kind of like a female Bruce Wayne, a lesbian Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, except she doesn't go from girl to girl to girl. And yes, I'm saying the right term because, in case you forgot, Kate Kane is LGBT.
Yes, and also, this actually raises another question. Does she follow Batman's code, or is she willing to use a gun?
Considering I'm pretty sure she's ex military,
Yes.
I would say gun.
Okay, and
But maybe she uses like rubber bullets.
yeah. Oh, and also this raises another question. Is Duke one of the members of the Bat family? Other is Duke Thomas a member? Is
Luke
Roy
Fox.
like what other? Okay. Also, I just want to say this about Batman real quick because I didn't need to mention this before we end the episode. That is, make Bruce Wayne care about. Okay, yes, his family. That'd be important, but make it two things that he actually cares a lot about is and his company's business. So,
Uh-huh.
people think he's actually running his business. Number two, make him actually also take his mission, make his mission take it as serious as he does running the company.
If not more serious, considering a majority of his gadgets are Wayne Tech prototype.
Yes, and also, I forgot to mention this, but make Bruce Wayne, we forgot to mention this, but make Bruce Wayne the mask.
Yeah, for everyone on this list, make their civilian identity the mask and make who they are when the moon is out and the bat signal is in the sky, who they are really.
And also, look, and I'm gonna say this real quick about Nightwing, that is, yes, you can make Nightwing flamboyant all you want, but if he does protect Bloodhaven, make the criminals of Bloodhaven actually intimidated by Nightwing, not just be like, no, it's Nightwing. Me be like,
I mean, he does have a good idea with using gray, like black and dark blue for urban camouflage.
oh yeah, and also for Batman or any members of the Bat family that needed, and we need to mention this, the glowing, intimidating comic book white eyes where they're standing in like a dark alleyway or something.
Yeah, make them have like lenses in their mask or cowl or eyes if Barbara has the two big eye holes. Make them like just seem like two glowing pairs of eyes, but they're like infrared lenses or something like that.
Yeah, have high tech lenses in the cowl or something. I
All
got
right,
all I
that
gotta say.
is all we got for this episode. Thank you for listening. Subscribe to us on YouTube and subscribe to our website. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. All those links are in the description below. We will be back next week with more debates and discussions. But until then, the Executioner and the Unbreakable Spirit will still be at odds.